Hello there, folks. I'm Dan Brown. You're joining me in a field, and my goodness me, I have just sold Narrowboat Tilly. It's paid for, just handed over the keys literally 10 minutes ago. Signed the papers, it's all done. Tilly is gone. The Dan and Narrowboat Tilly era is all over. And I really just wanted to record a video live from the moment, basically, to, I don't know, just for my own sake, to look back on in the future. And well, you can see I'm out here with my bike just randomly at the side of the road in a field. What a beautiful day for it, I suppose. Now, at this moment, I feel as if it's really been the last couple of days where I've gone through all like the emotional sort of, oh, it's actually happening, I'm selling the boat and all this. I've got to say just a few things first, like, I mean, thank you to everybody out there for everything over this period of amazing boat life. Thank you for all of the incredible interest surrounding what I'm doing next and that. I'll reveal a few more details, and really it's just a case there's no details to reveal because it's just figuring it out as I go, really. But ultimately, just, well, I gotta say, as much as I'm sad that this era has come to an end, doesn't mean that I can't just buy another boat at any given moment and go back to it. And now that I've got this boat life experience and know that I love it, know that I'm more than happy to live my simple life, few possessions, all that sort of stuff, I feel very free and very calm and relaxed at this moment, I suppose, that I know that if I decide, oh, I've made a terrible mistake, oh, got this lovely little snow of petals coming down on us here, I know that basically I can find another boat and buy a boat and live on a boat. So that's one of the things that I think makes this a lot easier, that it's not like another sort of situation where I could never go back to the canals or something like that. And in fact, I'm probably going to be spending a lot of time on and around the canals, just in general, on days out and biking and walking and stuff these future months and over the summer, especially if we get more days like this. But I think that really the only thing that I've got to say is that when it comes to selling Narrowboat Tilly, it's all sad and very much a sort of a moment of reckoning in my life, and where I've got to figure out properly now what my future's going to be. As I've always said, my whole aim's been to really sit down and think about my life as I approach 30, to make sure I'm in the best possible position to go forwards into my 30s, being able to, being basically secure and in sensible situations where I can afford to live, I can do this, I can do that. And at the moment I feel that I'm extremely fortunate, especially compared to a lot of people my age, where at this exact moment I've got all sorts of, if I wanted to go travelling for a few years, I could do that. If I wanted to get a boat and go off for 5 years, I could do that. If I wanted to look at getting a house and putting a deposit down, then I'm able to do all that. If I want to rent somewhere, then I'm able to do that, knowing that I've already got money in the bank saved up for any future things that I want to do. So I feel that, I don't know, it's not really the end, it's the end of an era, it's the end of boat life and all that, of course, but it's not really the start of a definitive era going forward. So I'm not going, well, this has been the boat life section of my life, now we're going to this is what I'm doing for the next decade or what have you. And as I've said, over the next few months, over the rest of this year really, I'm just going to be working, saving. Going to be, well, technically my mum's house is my home now, but in the way that my life works, and as you may know from these videos, I spend so much time at my friends and other people's houses all over the place. So far, even though it's been about a month since I've meant to have been living at my mum's house, I mean, even just this week gone by, I'm now on my 5th night where I'm not actually at my mum's house out of 7 previous ones just gone. And that was the same case as the first week. And then in the weeks between, I don't know if I think it's only been 2 out of 4 weeks so far that I've spent more than half of my time actually at my mum's house. So there's all sorts going on away from boat life and just things like that going on. Again, obviously, things like selling Narrowboat Tilly and other people in my life and that, I've always tried to keep pretty private, and respect people's privacy has always been one of my biggest things. I know there's a lot of people out there who don't seem to wish to grant me that little bit of privacy, but well, it's the internet, unfortunately. Although that doesn't make it okay. I think, oh, I'm sorry, my arms are getting tired trying to hold this up, and I'm in that sort of shaky, like, I'm relieved that the boat and everything's actually gone through after I'd sold it twice previous to this, and those have both fallen through. So I've had that sort of nervousness and terror that it wasn't actually going to happen this time. All right. That's the most random thing that runner will ever come across on this walk. So basically, I've got that feeling now of like the relief. I can relax and not be so tense of thinking, oh, is the money going to turn up, or are they going to pull out at the last moment and what have you? As that was pretty unfortunate, pretty disappointing on the previous two times that I've sold Tilly. So ultimately, she's only been for sale for a couple of weeks. I've had 3 people view her, 3 people all go, yeah, we'll buy her, and the 3rd people actually turn up and deliver on that promise. So that I am ecstatic about. Like I say, I've sold her for a very good price again. This is all, I mean, I personally wouldn't mind telling you stuff and things like that. You know, I've got no secrets and stuff. But obviously this is now somebody else's boat, and it's a private deal, and they obviously are entitled to their own privacy. But I'll say on my part, I'm more than happy with the price that I got for Tilly. It's more than I was expecting to get, and so again, I'm very happy with how that's all gone. And a lot of people out there have been saying, oh, you should sell her for more, she's worth more, it's the famous Narrowboat Tilly, and true enough, she may well be the most famous canal boat out there in terms of a global scale, but that doesn't mean that there aren't things like the paintwork and things like that need doing. So price and that, considering all of that, I think I've got a very good price for her personally. Now, if somebody chooses to do her up and redo the inside and do all the paintwork and everything themselves, God, we are in this rain of blossom here, absolutely beautiful to be fair. If somebody wants to do her up and everything, then I could see them being able to sell her for much more, well, a few grand more in the future. But that would require you to either pay somebody to do a lot of work and a lot of money's worth of work, or spend a lot of time and effort doing all that yourself. And I know it's not the worst thing in the world to paint the boat and stuff, and I could have got more for her if I'd have done that and things, but ultimately life, just the way that life goes, doesn't always lead you to be able to do the things that you might want to do, or the things that might lead you to slightly better circumstances, or might not. And now that I'm working a lot more, I mean, last week, this week just gone, I've done 37, and I'm doing like 32 hours plus at the moment. So again, we've gone from the extreme opposite of having unpaid leave and loads of holidays and stuff like that, being out on the canal all the time, to right, work save for the rest of the year. So well, yeah, like I say, it's all good. It's all good. Just going to have a quick drink and then carry on this video. That's just a few random thoughts. I'll sit down and do a proper video talking a little bit more and a little bit more detail about certain things and some of the questions people have been asking me about why I've given up and all that. And there's no major reason. There's no one specific thing. I just felt that it was time to, well, like I say, do up Tilly or sell her and get a bigger boat and that sort of thing. But really, ultimately, I just want to take some time off to think properly about all the decisions that I could possibly make right now. And again, I'm very happy with how life has turned out at this point. Right then, at this point, I think I will wrap things up, as there's been all sorts of interruptions and cycling and stuff going on all over the place around me. Well, all over the place around me, just over there, just out of shot. So until the next time, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in and joining me for this crazy boat life experience. Feel free to stay tuned, because there's still more boat videos to come, so don't be unsubscribing and saying I'm a sellout just yet. We've still got more boating to come. Feel free to add me on Facebook or like the Facebook page and Twitter, and that way you'll see loads of pictures of beautiful places. I mean, look at that. Look at where we are there. Beautiful, the crops just coming up, beautiful blue sky. Loads of this sort of great outdoor stuff and loads of walking and cycling videos to come, so stay subscribed, please. And feel free, if you want to follow my boat journey from its first steps, to check out my short boat life Kindle books. You'll find links to those in the description below. Perhaps you might just want to read The Narrowboat Lad, which was my first boat life book. But ultimately, thank you so much for absolutely everything over the years. Until the next time, keep it bike worthy, keep it boat worthy, and of course, farewell.